Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited, as it looks like a new wrinkle has been unearthed in the sex trafficking and sex abuse allegations from Janelle Grant on Vince McMahon. According to a new report from the New York Post, they are stating that Vince McMahon's accuser Janelle Grant wrote, quote, love letters to the former WWE CEO after the alleged sexual abuse. The report states the following. A woman who alleges she was sexually abused for years by Vince McMahon wrote a gushing love letter to the former WWE CEO in which she declared the duo was, quote, in love with a capital L. And she now claims that Vince McMahon coerced her to do it, the Post has learned. Janelle Grant, whose bombshell lawsuit landed a day before the wrestling icon abruptly stepped down as executive chairman of WWE's parent, TKO Group Holdings, penned a lengthy email to McMahon dated December 24th, 2021, in which she called him, quote, my best friend, my love, and my everything. After almost 3 years together, it, like my life, isn't even real to me unless you're there and in it, and I'm sharing it with you. Grant wrote in a Christmas Eve letter to McMahon obtained by the Post. The love-struck letter stands in contrast to the allegations in her explosive lawsuit filed in Connecticut federal court in January, which claims that McMahon allegedly defecated on Grant's head during a threesome in May 2020, some 18 months before she wrote the alleged love letter. But Grant's attorney, Ann Callis, told the Post that McMahon actually instructed Grant to write the note. Frankly, it's pretty disgusting that Vince's weeks late attempt to defend his erroneous behavior he claims to this day never happened, is to try to showcase letters that Vince himself coerced her to write, Callis said. His psychological torture of her continues, as is typical of abusive predators who respond to women speaking out with increased threats. While Janelle isn't a stranger to his intimidation tactics, this is a new low even for him. Asked about the coercion allegations, McMahon's attorney, Jessica Taud Rosenberg of law firm Kazowitz Benson Torres, told the Post that, quote, this is revisionist history. No one coerced Miss Grant to write that letter. She wrote it of her own accord. The fact that the letter shows it was the 24th draft speaks volumes. Nowhere in her voluminous complaints that is replete with fabrications does she mention being coerced into such behavior. The language of the letter is consistent with other communications she made to Mr. McMahon over the course of their consensual relationship, Rosenberg added. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Grant revealed on December 21st, 3 days before sending the letter, Grant texted McMahon that she had surgery on her pointer finger, saying, quote, I think I'm tapping out today. In the alleged text exchange obtained by the Post, which was not included in Grant's lawsuit, but alleged as genuine by spokespersons for Grant, McMahon responded, quote, damn it, sorry, baby, following it with 2 heart emojis. How will I write your letter? Grant replied in the text thread. I can type and read it, or try to write it in a couple days. I'm sorry if I mess this up. I want you to have a nice letter. Sad emoji. In another passage, Grant wrote, quote, I feel understood, accepted, loved, and appreciated for who I am at my core. You see my heart. You see my soul. There are few people who know the secret of making a heaven here on earth. You are one of those rare people. Grant's spokesperson said the sugary sweet lines were ripped verbatim from the 1947 film The Bishop's Wife. Grant's rambling 2,200-word email was taken from Grant's laptop as part of an investigation on behalf of WWE's board by white shoe law firm Simpson, Thatcher, and Bartlett, and is expected to appear in court filings as the case progresses, according to sources close to the situation. WWE's 8 independent directors hired law firm Simpson, Thatcher, and Bartlett to conduct the investigation, during which they discovered Grant's gushing letter to McMahon obtained by the Post. Quote, whether it's your assistant, a chef, Brad, Nick, Johnny, or whoever sees us together, I think it's undeniable to them, or anyone who sees us, that we were in love with a capital L. Grant concluded the letter with, you, Vince McMahon, are the one for the yesterdays and todays and the tomorrows. I can hardly wait for you. Thank you, my sweet beast. My heart is yours, always and forever. So this is just another wrinkle in the Vince McMahon lawsuit, in the Janelle Grant allegations on Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and the WWE. I mean, it is unclear from the evidence that we have in this article from the New York Post to see 100% if Vince made her write the letter, told her what to put in the letter, and so forth. There are text messages referencing the letter before the letter is actually sent, so maybe he had told her to write the letter, because she says, "How will I write your letter?" Again, referencing that there was some notion of she was supposed to write him a letter sometime around there. So with that, if we do hear anything further on these allegations, the relationship and so forth between Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant, we'll have it for you right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited.